27-year-old Chris Chapa is shot dead. The shooter, his 22-year-old girlfriend, Claudia Esquivel, a police cadet. Choking back tears, she swears it was an accident. Cops suspect it was murder. But there was a third person in the room that deadly night. An eyewitness to the shooting who's about to crack this case wide open.
We know that from the interview with her son that he did witness this.
That's right, Claudia has a son, a 4-year-old little boy who was in the apartment during the time of the shooting. And sadly, he had a front row seat to the horrific violence.
Not only did he see what happened, he was in the range of fire. The trajectory of the round actually traveled over where her son was laying on the couch. The blanket that he was covering up with while he was asleep prior to him being awoken by the arguing, the blanket actually had blood spatter on it.
And police investigators believe this little boy holds the answers to exactly what happened that terrible night.
The first thing that we tried to do was get a statement from him and find out how much he had seen, how much he had witnessed, and we learned that he had witnessed everything.
Everything?
Could you come sit right here?
The 4-year-old's interview with a child forensic interviewer.
My name is Cheryl McCarthy. I work here at the Advocacy Center for Children. My job is to talk to boys and girls just like you. All right. You said that your mom was crying?
Yeah, I heard the fighting. The fight home.
The fight.
The boy's dead.
The boy is dead. Tell me who shot Chris.
Mommy shot him.
Mommy shot him. Okay.
Mommy's hands are dirty and stinky.
They're dirty and stinky?
Yeah.
Tell me why they were dirty and stinky.
They need to wash your hands.
Oh, okay. Tell me what she had on her hands.
Bleed.
Bleed? What color was it on her hands?
Red.
Red.
Bleed.
The boy draws a picture worth 1,000 words, according to Detective Sollenberger.
In the photo, he described the face as being Chris. He described this as being a gun and bleed on the floor.
Then this telltale action. Claudia's son begins coloring outside the lines.
He was given a coloring sheet, but he scribbled out the drawing, the part that we would have anticipated him coloring.
So he scribbled through the coloring book picture that you had and drew his own picture of his mother killing Chris?
Yes.
Tell me who was fighting.
Chris and Mommy.
And tell me what they were fighting about.
Again.
They were fighting again? Okay. Did you see that happen?
I saw Chris is dead, he breathed,
Oh, okay.
and Chris needed a fix. Mommy's gonna fix Chris.
She's gonna fix him?
Yes.
Okay.
Chris's tummy hurts.
According to cops, the boy is describing Chris's blood-stained t-shirt marked with his mother's bloody palm print seen here in this police evidence photo. It's a detail only an eyewitness to the shooting would know.
Chris died.
Okay.
Mommy breathe.
Okay.
Chris needs to go to the doctor.
He needs to go to the doctor.
Chris died. He died. He can't get up.
The interview is over, but tragically, the trauma will last a lifetime. The words of Claudia's own son point to his mom as the killer. Claudia faces 5 years to life in prison for felony murder. Following closing arguments, jurors took just over 6 hours to return with a verdict.
She was convicted and sentenced to 27 years in the prison system.
And up for parole in 13.5 years, but not if Chris's family can help it.
For every day that she tries to convince someone that it wasn't her fault, even though she had the training and knowledge of how to deal with a handgun, my family will be there to tell her no.
But no matter how much time is served, the punishment is endless for both families.
It's such a tragedy. You hate to see young people who really had potential. They were just starting their careers and possibly a family and things of that nature to go down this path. And I think if she just hadn't picked up the gun, it wouldn't have happened.
2 lives forever ruined over a petty fight, when the reality was...
He wanted to marry her. The last time we saw Christopher, he pulled us aside and talked about wanting to find the right ring, and he talked to my husband about, I want to be a good husband. How do I do that? You gotta walk me through this. How do I figure this all out? And he was really excited.
Yes, Chris had planned to propose to Claudia. But now Claudia is facing new claims in civil court. In an explosive new development, Chris Chapa's family has filed a wrongful death civil lawsuit against Claudia Esquivel, claiming she failed to immediately report the shooting to law enforcement and neglected to seek medical attention for their son.
She may have lost her freedom by going to prison, but her family can still communicate with her. There is no way for us to communicate with Christopher this side of heaven. There's no way to describe it, and I don't think there'll ever be a way to really put into words how much he's missed.
Having only served 9 months of her 27-year sentence, the Chapa family is devastated once again by Claudia's actions. Court documents reportedly show that Claudia brought her latest appeal on the same date as the victim's birthday. Ironically, a birthday she also shares. And now, a date that, for more reasons than one, Chris's family will never forget.
Claudia Esquivel's young son now lives with her mother. She will not be eligible for parole until at least half of her sentence has been served. I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.